What else I love about the 230? No, I'm gonna ride the video. What up, what up? I recently made a 10 small things I dislike about the 230. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It helps out my channel, lets me know you appreciate my hard work. In this video, I'm gonna discuss the 10 things that I like about my 230. First off, I'm gonna start with the specs. So if you check my other video, why I bought the 230, I discuss all the specs that I like about it. Next is the suspension. I haven't came to a situation where I wish it was more stiff or more bouncy. Another thing that I like would be the brakes. I do not have the ABS version. I wanted to be more in tune with the bike. I've only locked up the rear wheel once or twice, and it's never affected me. You just let off, and the brakes are really responsive. I feel really safe with them. Another is the clutch. This bike is aimed for new riders. The clutch and the high revving makes the bike very forgiving. It's super easy. I've only stalled it a couple times, and that was my fault, not the bike's. Clutch is very easy to learn on, it's very easy to use. Another is the gas gauge. I dislike the fuel consumption, but what I do appreciate is the gas gauge. Another is the instrument panel. Nice and basic, but still really helpful. You have the trip B, odometer, and your trips. So it's very legible, bright lights, cloudy days. Okay, another thing that I love about the 230 is the size and weight. Since I'm used to riding BMX, I love it. It said less than 300 pounds, and it's not that big at all. It's really light. I could load it onto the bike rack of my RV just by myself, no issue. Turn it around, pick it up, toss it in the air. You can maneuver it really easy, swerve around cars, hazards. And then with that would be the sex appeal. I think it's beautiful. All the curves, the craftsmanship. The headlight is a little weird. It's a little big. Look at those curves. Moving down the list, the power. For a 230, the thing has enough horsepower, enough torque. I twist that throttle, get all traction, and it takes off. It's not too much power where the front wheel leaves the ground. I could do that. I'm still practicing. So I feel very safe on it. Just get up and go around town. One of the final things would be the cost of ownership is really reasonable, meaning the insurance. It's a small displacement engine. It's a dual sport, so the annual insurance is so cheap. I was very surprised. I was coming from a Scion TC, 6-speed manual transmission. What I was paying in a month for that car, I'm paying for a whole year for this bike. Make sure you check out Allstate Insurance, the best rates that I got a quote for. I haven't mentioned the seat and the dislikes or likes because I'm neutral. The seat isn't that bad. I'm coming from BMX riding, so anything compared to a BMX seat is a huge improvement. I think I rode 7 hours one day in the deep forest, and that's the only time that I had to deal with any soreness. There it is, the 10 reasons I love the KLX230. First would be the specs. Next is the suspension. Move down to the brakes, the clutch, Then we have the gas gauge, the instrument panel, size and weight, sex appeal, curb appeal. The power, it's just enough and it's safe. Cost of ownership and maintenance. Oil, super cheap, no radiator. Okay, happy trails. You know, I'm gonna ride the video.